Hey everybody, it's time for a little more Shadowrun. Oh wow, I'm already swept up into a event. Do you mind, good sir? I'm trying to introduce myself. He said he is planning to harm her. Hey, what's going on here? The one calls for help. The thug calls for his friends. Oh, this again. So, you may recall I mentioned grinding off screen for a while. I've been at this for about a day or two now, and, well, let's just say Rihanna has put me into the six figures. So, I am kind of set for the time being. I've been, going and selling data to to Roscoe up here. Now that I've got money out of the way, I'm gonna go do a little shopping. Because if there's one thing Shadowrun is good at, it's dealing with the shopping. If you like buying things, if you like amassing items and stuff, you'll love Shadowrun. As it has come to my attention, I've been mispronouncing this area the entire time, and I know at least one person watching this is going to get a laugh out of it. This is not the Puyallup Barons, but the Puyallup Barons. So, let's get over there and go talk to the leader of the Orc gang. Alright, let's step on in. Yeah, I've already been here before. I want to talk to your boss. The boss has been expecting me. Road Rash is here, surrounded by sycophantic gang members. Alright, no sucking up in front of company. What is it you want from the orcs, chum? I want protection from your gang. $2,000? Easy money. He ties a smelly scarf around your arm. That should keep my pals from hurting you too bad, but I ain't promising nothing. By the way, I know how you can get out of paying cab fare. Oh yeah? How can I ride the cabs for free? Most of the cabbies are orcs, and they all give orcs a free lift if they find they don't have a cab in the morning. But I got a secret way for humans to get the same treatment. Is it worth 500 new yen for that secret? No, we're already wearing it! Oh, you're too quick for us, Joshua. I guess it's pretty obvious that wearing that armband will get you free rides. Can't blame an orc for trying. Goodbye. So, we now have an orcish armband that removes the fee for riding cabs. I want to talk to your boss. Alright, no second in front of... Yeah. I'm looking for some contacts. Seeing as we're a Shadowrunner, Shadowrunners live and die by their connections. So, let's see if we can get one. Toss me $5,000 and I'll give you our boy's number. Sure. His name is Henry J. Culver. He's our boy in the mayor's office. We have him on our payroll, so he'll talk to you. Oh, and don't forget to grease his palm or the little worm won't do you no good. Alright, that works. Looks like we're under attack. Oh, that's a mage. That person was casting spells at us. And Rihanna took a bit of a hit there. So I'm going to get out of town. All the getting is good. Come back here in a few minutes. Because there is one area I love in the Puyallup Barons. We're going to head to the Redmond Barons, actually. Because we need to go have a little chat with the Halloweeners. Because, you see, they have a valuable contact. God, that is grim. I never noticed that. Collections of skulls everywhere. I want to talk to your boss. The boss has been expecting you. Follow me. You are led into a dark room deep in the building. It is somehow brightened by the surprising charisma of the leader of the Halloweeners. Good day and well met, friend Joshua. I am called Ratspike. Well, what can we do for you? Maybe protect you from my boys? Or perhaps introduce you to a dear friend of ours? Hot tip. The patches and the Halloweener patch, the orc armband, they don't really do much to prevent you from being attacked. They slightly decrease the odds of it spawning that event, but it still happens. I'm looking for some contacts. Our friends are your friends, Joshua. Let me give you the name of our boss. Simply slip me 10,000 new yen and I'll slip you the name. Deal? That's a lot of money. I'm curious who he's offering me contact with. The man is Agira Tetsumi. He is the head of the Seattle Yakuza and should be treated with utmost respect. Don't tell him I sent you, dig? Thanks for the biz, Josh. You are promptly shown to the door. So we were just put into contact with the head of the Seattle Yakuza. So, we now have one very powerful contact. He can, if you'd like to know, to know what these contacts do. We'll head to the notebook. Agira Tetsumi, Yakuza boss. Gives a discount at Little Chiba. Offers heavy combat armor for 30,000 new yen. Offers level 3 power focus for 80,000. Now, power focus is probably new. We haven't dealt with magic at all. We'll get into that in a bit. Agira Tetsumi. I just looked at that one. Henry J. Culver, Seattle City official. Offers to delete Lone Star record for 2,500. Offers access to Hollywood Correctional Facility for 1,500, and offers a weapon permit for 8 grand. That's actually a really bad deal, because I know a way to get it cheaper. But right now, let's go and acquire contacts. Head to the jump house. I remember Gunderson had a contact. Loath that I am to deal with him again. I'm looking for some information. I said I'm looking for information, not... Oh, I hit the wrong button.
No.
I need some contacts. Contacts. We all need contacts, don't we, small time? Let me give you a few words of advice. New contacts take a while to warm up, so treat them well and they'll do their best for you. That said, I got a line on a Decker who's pretty hot stuff. She's done some work for me and can probably teach you a thing or two about running the Matrix. You want a number for 1,000? Sure, I'll pay. He jams your cred stick into the slot and gives it back after the balance is decreased. Now that I've deducted my finder's fee from your cred stick, I'll place your number in your pocket secretary. Her name's Wilma Temmenhoff. Give her a call and tell her Gunderson sent you. I'm out of here, pal. I've been your delivery boy for long enough. Let's see. Let's head back to the Puyallup Barrens. Now, you may have noticed the cabbie gives a pained expression. Looks like this one's on me. Hop in, chum. Now, there's something I really like out here, and there are 2 of my favorite places in the game. These locations are Rhiannon's Magic Shop, which we can't really do anything with. We don't have a mage or a shaman at this point. And this is called the Crime Mall. This abandoned mall was looted into desolation long ago. Now criminals have set up shop in the vacant storefronts to fence their wares. Lone Star regularly raids the place, but it's usually only the customers who get nabbed. Let's browse the software and hardware. You approach a sickly pale elf with an old SimSense unit strapped to the base of his skull. SimSense is basically a virtual reality unit that bypasses the safe routes into the brain and sends it directly to your senses. It's extremely addictive and generally damages the brain. Eventually, his eyes focus at some point close to where you are standing. He drones out a monotone sales pitch as he shows you his collection. So here we have a number of programs. We already know Attack. I've used that to crash ice when masking failed. Slow reduces the refresh rate for ice, so they attack less often. It doesn't do anything against Trace Ice because Trace Ice doesn't attack. It's like its name suggests, it attempts to trace your connection and then knock it offline. We already know Medic. Shield is basically a temporary boost to the body stat. It is useless against Black Ice. Black Ice does not target the persona, it targets the Decker directly. It, much like a SimSense unit, it overrides the safe connections into the brain and it's basically like getting punched in the head when it attacks. It's very dangerous, but in this game a little less so, because it's not really that hard to deal with. Smoke. Smoke is worthless. If you want all of your actions in the Matrix to be harder and your runs to take longer, that's the only reason I could suggest getting Smoke. It adds extra difficulty to every action, both yours and the Ice's. Mirrors is an evasion boost, which we'll get into the stats of the deck in a moment. But, actually, let's do that now. The body stat is essentially your ability to resist damage. Evasion, what it says on the 10. Masking is one of the most important, though. This is combined with the computer skill and with the rating of your deception program to bypass a fight entirely. This is basically your stealth rating. Sensors. The only thing this has going for it is it's connected to the Analyze program, which is not here, sadly, so I can't show it off. Then we go into some other ones. Sleaze is a very interesting program. Sleaze lets you basically skip an encounter with a node and go on to another one. If you're desperately trying to get to, say, the central processing unit of a network so you can shut down an alert, you can sleaze past nodes to get there quickly. The downside, you won't know what that node's rating was or really where it goes on the map. Deception, we know this. I'm buying an upgrade for this. This is basically the most important program I will ever run. Relocate. Relocate leads any trace ice on a wild goose chase. If successful, the trace ends immediately. This is a one-hit kill for trace ice because it moves you to a different... it alters your connection. It routes it through another... It basically bounces your connection off of another... Oh, good lord, Carmine. You know the term. I'll come back to that because my brain does not want to function right now. Let's look at the decks. The Fushi Cyber 7 and the Fairlight Excalibur. The Fairlight Excalibur is the best deck in the game. However, it is ungodly expensive at 230,000 new yen. And that's just to trade up to the baseline deck. That does not have the improved body stat, or the response, or masking, or anything. It has a response of 3. Response is basically wired reflexes in the Matrix. And it's very valuable to have. Hardening is basically body armor while you're in the Matrix. So this will probably be my next step up, is to the Fushi Cyber 7, because all the ratings that you saw in the other upgrades, body, evasion, masking, are limited by the Master Persona Control Program number. So my current one has a maximum of 6. This is a maximum of 10, and this 12. Unfortunately, it's well out of my price range, so we'll come back to that in a bit. Let's go take a look at the weapons. You head towards the weapon stall. The proprietor's lumpy overcoat seems to be concealing more arms than are displayed. This guy sells a couple of weapons. I don't really deal with SMGs because they have very low power, except for this one. And this one already comes with a laser sight. The problem being, a laser sight is only good for mages because magic suffers as you install cyberware, and a smart link is it gives you far more hits than a laser sight. This is a decent SMG, but again, light power. Then on the other end of the spectrum are shotguns, which will wreck shit, however they fire slowly, and generally don't have much ammo. So, high power and then brutal power. And frag grenades. I will never use these, because when I give them to AI-controlled party members, they tend to throw them directly at me. When I throw them, they tend to kill my party. Go figure. Available armor. We've got armor jacket, a line duster. The only reason to wear a line duster is it gives you a chance of not having to deal with Lone Star. If you're carrying an illegal weapon, there is a chance they will not notice it. Not a very good chance, but a chance all the same. And then light combat armor. This is the weaker version of the heavy combat armor that the Yakuza boss is offering me. It's okay, but I would not drop 10,000 on each of them. Let's see. Now that we're done there, I do believe I need to head to Boris's greenhouse, but first I need to pick up another runner. Penumbra District. We're gonna go pick up Winston, and then we'll continue on with the story. This club match, is this the big rhino? Yes. Hey, Winston, I need your help again, buddy. I'm looking for a good runner. Care to sign on? Yes, you get to shoot people, Winston. You'll notice he's down to 150 for a run. That's because I've used him twice. I've used his services twice. Every runner will get cheaper and cheaper the more I hire them. I need someone for the short term. What do you say? No regrets, you'll see. Alright. I'll see you guys later.